Iowa State had some chances against Kansas State, especially early on. In the second half, the loss.
So a few changes here for the Cyclone in the back line. We talked about Chloe Broughton for the Cyclones, number 6, but also recognizing that Hannah Reed has stepped in for Kennedy Adams, a veteran in the back line and redshirt senior for the Cyclones, just out with an injury from Kansas State.
And that's kind of where I was going. That's a significant loss.
It is.
For Matt Fannin. Now, the good news is we expect her back. And,
Correct.
you know, when you saw her being taken off, you weren't sure what that was going to be or what that was going to mean for Iowa State in terms of how long she could be out.
Right.
So here is Chloe Broughton. She sends it into the West Virginia half of the pitch, and Claudia Najira will throw it in. These two teams have met 10 times. West Virginia has won every one of those matches. As usually, this is actually the first time that Iowa State has played a West Virginia team that doesn't come in here ranked. They have some good performances, the Mountaineers. Tied 0-0 at number 11 Auburn, beat number 25 Samford 1-0. And then we talked about their performance in the opener, where in the first half the official shots were 4-1 in Lubbock, and it wasn't that close in terms of who was dominating play. And I'm not just talking about possession. I'm just talking about purposeful play.
There's AJ Rodriguez, definitely very crafty with her technical ability on the ball.
Okay, Heredity Beltran gave it a rush. Dillery Heredia Beltran, sophomore so far this year. 9 starts, has a couple of assists, has 3 career goals. As you see Jordan Silkowitz, and you want to talk about we've talked a little bit about Massey for West Virginia.
Well, and something that the Cyclones are even doing really well right now is with Salome Pratt coming back for that ball is the ability of connecting very purposefully. Salome brings some really good technical touches on the ball, just like we talked about with number 4, AJ Rodriguez.
McCarthy slots it, and Broughton's going to kick it out as right there the Mountaineers almost had one in the 18.
But I think that's what's important is to recognize, and that was a good touch by Jada Colbert for the Cyclones, yielding in a free kick, looking to do that quick turn. And that's one of the things that we do see from both the Colbert sisters up top, along with Salome Pratt, is that quick ability on the ball to change direction. Sometimes can catch your opponents off guard.
Right, Reed plays it in. Steckelberg, Jada, and it is taken away by Maddie Moreau.
Good pressure on the ball by Jada Colbert, coming back to help defensively, tracking all the way back into midfield.
Well, look at Heredity Beltran.
And Hannah Reed doing a good job of just shielding the ball out to be able to reset with a goal kick. So Hannah Reed is playing center back for the Cyclones, a position that normally is anchored by Chloe Broughton, our feature player at the beginning of the
Kennedy
game.
Adams
and Kennedy Adams, but also the last couple games for the Cyclones has been Kennedy Adams on the left. So I think this is a good move, actually.
That's Gonzalez. Good with the ball, and the shot and a save by Silkowitz. When we talk about Jordan Silkowitz, her game Thursday night was a highlight reel, of one game, and here it is.
So this is AJ Rodriguez. Good shot on goal. That's where you see the strength of Jordan Silkowitz for the Cyclones. We've talked a lot about her athleticism, but her awareness in the box and her positioning, that's where she can yield, or field, I should say, some of those quick shots. And also West Virginia is known for really strong play on the ball.
Pratt.
Switching the point of attack, utilizing Jordan Silkowitz's feet just to be able to reset here. And that's good. West Virginia having 5 players in the midfield and up top is doing really well for them, being able to stop any kind of attack in the midfield.
Segala was trying to slot that for Julianne Valeron she's from the Montreal area up in Quebec, member of the Big 12 all-freshman team last year. If there's one point that you could parse when talking about West Virginia this year is scoring. They have not produced goals like they usually do. And Coach Izzo Brown has said she, expects to be in the NCAA tournament again for the 22nd time with this team, and she's going to rely on these seniors, several of whom are fifth-year seniors, helped a little bit by the COVID. And I had to, shake my head. Jordan Brewster, well, here's a turn now for West Virginia. McCarthy, and it is sent in by Valeron.
And good defensive pressure there just to prevent any kind of real power coming in from that shot. And Iowa State's not giving up the goal box easily so that any of those shots are coming outside, giving Jordan Silkowitz, the goalkeeper for Iowa State, a little bit more time in just reaction.
Valeron has 13 career goals, and coming into this match, she led the Mountaineers in shots with 17. And I think, that's a beautiful turn by Hernandez, although the pass is cut off. And coming the other way is Morrow.
Nicely won by Salome Pratt, still battling on the ball.
She goes down, play on.
You can see both Iowa State and West Virginia are very technical on the ball and not afraid to play under pressure, play even those short passes under pressure, looking to maintain possession.
Ongst brings it in to Segala, played in. Rodriguez, now Ongst, and will come the other way. This is Jasmine. Jasmine, her sister's on the move. Caught from behind that time by Maya McCutcheon.
It was a good read by Lauren Hernandez, trying to hit Jada Colbert over top, but just not able to do it quite quick enough. Good pressure by West Virginia to recover defensively and put pressure on that ball.
All right, played ahead. McCarthy. We said it was windy. There's a wind blustering at about 15 miles an hour, and it's coming from the north. So as you're watching it on television, the wind is blowing right at you. So it's not favoring one team, obviously, more than the other, but I think there's enough of it to affect play, especially if you get long, direct passes up in the air.
Well, and so far, both of the teams are keeping the ball on the ground, I think, for that reason, because wind is going to be a factor in today's game.
All right, and this one's sent back by Najira.
So Jordan Silkowitz, goalkeeper for Iowa State, can keep the ball at her feet as long as she needs to. You can't hold on to the ball in your hands very long, but you can at your feet. So having that pressure.
Here's Silkowitz is going to come out. Her 10 saves, many of those saves Thursday night were of the all Big 12 All-American caliber.
Yes.
And, we talked about the confidence that Nikki Izzo Brown has in her goalkeeper. Matt Fannin has that same feeling for Jordan Silkowitz as his keeper. Mira Emma tried to slot that through, and it didn't make it. So now some pressure from Iowa State. It's a bright afternoon. And this is Jordan Brewster. If you're going to pick a standard bearer for the Mountaineers this year, that's who I would pick. Two-time All-American, former Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. And I love some of these careers that have been extended. This one bounding. Moreau tried to keep it in play.
When you can see how much that wind actually affected just even that service, but also the ball when number 10 for West Virginia, Jordan Brewster, was trying to get set up, the ball kept moving because of the wind, and then really kicking it towards the direction, so getting some additional flight on it.
Well, there Jasmine tried to get past Brewster. Brewster, 8,200 career minutes so far.
That's impressive.
It's unheard of almost.
Well, a lot of times in the defense, you don't switch your back
No
line.
doubt,
You really can't
but
switch
still,
that.
8,000?
She's certainly earned that, yes.
Oh, there's no doubt about it that she is a premier player in the Big 12 Conference. This is played back to Massey. She sends it out to Segala. McCarthy switches it. And here's Hernandez. The Mountaineers on those Iowa State passes, and there was
Nice
a great
touch.
slide.
Yeah, definitely nice effort there by Hannah Reed.
Easy to see with that bright hair. Here comes West Virginia. A shot, and it is wide. And that was Valeron.
So West Virginia is setting up with a very flat four-back defensive position, and then all six of the rest of the players are much more offensively minded, getting numbers involved in the attack. However, they're also coming back in numbers to reset in defense and put that pressure, making sure that they don't lose sight of Mira Emma and Salome Pratt in the midfield.
This one was dropped back. Onks throws it in. Segala. Now it is Rodriguez again. I was impressed with A.J. Rodriguez's play against Texas Tech, her ability to control the ball, switch directions, assist in making sure that they have the best possible shape. And here's Segala again, right into the box. And that is cleared out by Steckelberg. Ongst. Segala. Ongst has been around a long time for West Virginia. This is her 47th game, her 40th start.
Well, and here you can see West Virginia doing the same thing and utilizing their goalkeeper, Massey, with her feet, being able to just switch that point of attack really quickly and get some offensive momentum on the other side of the field. And that's one of the things that West Virginia has always done very well, is switching that point of attack, whether it's right through the defense into the midfield or even up top with some really solid crosses.
Well, their first half of offensive control against Texas Tech and Lubbock was very impressive. They had the one play.
Okay, there's a yellow card.
A goal.
So there's a yellow card.
Was called off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a yellow card on the field. So from the last offensive play, A.J. Rodriguez was wanting more attention to what she's deeming as maybe a foul in the box and kept going at the referee, yielding just kind of a relentless conversation, and there's not going to be that. There's going to be that one.
So that's Salome Pratt. She's sitting up. And there she is. Okay. I'm sorry. You can finish your thought there.
No, I think it is good to be able to have that control, and the officials have to have that control on the field. But clearly, AJ Rodriguez was very upset over that. We'll see how she reacts, how she responds.
Okay, this is Reed. Pratt settles it, moves forward with it and puts a shot on, but it's going to be wide. West Virginia this year outshot opponents so far coming in 136 to 80. And we've talked about all that the Mountaineers have accomplished, but Iowa State, also a rising program that has made very tangible improvement and demonstrated it logistically on the field this year. All right, Pratt's going to go out. I don't know if looks like they're going to just double check and make sure that she's okay. So Lauren McConnell is now in for Iowa State. Returned for the first time after missing several games because of a concussion. Speedy, nice crosses. Steckelberg, back to Broughton. Valeron gives chase as Silkowitz. Broughton, Najira, Mira Emma. Okay. Well, you gotta now. There was contact.
Yeah, the initial contact is part of the game. I think it's after when they were both on the field that.
That's a flop.
It's hard to tell from this angle. I think there was certainly contact.
Well, it caught the eye of the official, and Mira Emma gets a yellow.
There's some things happening.
And there was a header.
And beautiful save, but offsides.
Oh, it was offsides.
It was offsides. So it's hard to tell sometimes. So when the ball is kicked, you cannot be behind. So we can't see necessarily in that angle, but it looks like she is offsides in that run. So well done by Iowa State's defense. But even nonetheless, look at that save by Jordan Silkowitz on her line.
Julianne Valeron there. Probably thought she had one. And it was a very nice play. Jada battling. Najira.
I think the officials are starting to see some of the added aggression from behind, but there's a lot of things that are happening that's just, it's going to increase, I think, the interest of both of these teams making sure to get forward with space.
Here's Mira Emma on the run. Coming from behind, that was Maya McCutcheon. She won the battle. Change of possession.
Usually you get protected from behind. Surprised that wasn't a call.
Looks like Rodriguez there. And this will be Brewster, the All-American.
Yeah, she just moved that ball 5 yards up the field.
So now Brewster, the senior, play it in. On the line and over the crossbar. Nevertheless, quite dangerous and a demonstration of which she is capable of.
This game is going to come down to the little things and how you respond, how you prevent from retaliation. I think on both sides, that's going to be a strong part to this game today. So avoiding the short option, Jordan Silkowitz looking to make that connection to the midfield and offensive half.
Silkowitz. Jada, but played back. And West Virginia will press with Lily McCarthy. Eva Steckelberg for Iowa State.
And that was a nice touch by Sophia Thomas.
Brewster.
Mackenzie Ongst with the ball.
She'll throw it in. Takeaway by Steckelberg. Jada. Played forward by Najira. And Brewster. Beautiful turn. Look at those skills.
Nicely done under pressure.
Sagala didn't get through.
And this is where you can see kind of the speed of that ball being carried by that wind. So you know, we said at the beginning, Tom, that there's not too much of an advantage, but I would say going towards the east is going to give you the most advantage. So West Virginia has the wind more at their backs than they do in front. So
noted. Steckelberg played ahead. Thomas. Now it comes the other way with West Virginia. Morrow trying to get it to Valeron there, and the ball trickles out for a goal kick. Jordan Brewster, just that small little turn and maintaining possession in a way that, you know, that's why they call it the beautiful game, because the great ones can play it beautifully. That was Rodriguez. Thomas sends it over to Najira. Back to the freshman, Thomas. Muscatine native. Says it was touched. Referee agrees. Najira on the bounce. Tried to get it through. Couldn't. That one got past Jasmine. Reed got in there and headed it forward, but again, on the run. Here comes Moreau. She was looking for Heredity Beltran, and didn't work out that time. Reed. Reed again. Battling.
Giving the West
He's gonna
Virginia
give
a corner
there, yeah. So the battle there with Valeron. And Heredity Beltran is going to play it. And you're right, now today's wind is beautiful for this kind of play. Bounced out. Valeron goes down. Play on. Here is Pratt on the counter. Pratt. Ongst is there to guard her. Shot through. Not close enough to Jasmine. Najira. Pratt. On the turn. Mira. And that one was then kicked out by Brewster. Najira on the bounce to Mira Emma. Sandwiched between two Mountaineers, and it is West Virginia possession. McCarthy. Thomas battling. Steckelberg. Segala for West Virginia. And Iowa State will get a throw in. You can see that wind is really blowing.
It's really even picking up, I think.
Yeah, it's a nice day, but that wind is constant. It's sustained 15 or so miles an hour.
That was a nice read by a nice recognition by Hannah Reed.
And here's Jasmine, who put it through, but nobody home there. I think she was looking for maybe Mira Emma to make a run. And so Kaysa Massey coming into this game, 106 career saves, the record 21, 11, and 10, 15 shutouts for the senior. This one was played through, but Jasmine couldn't get there.
West Virginia is very solid in the back.
Robinson, and she will retain it. It's Gabrielle Robinson. 10 starts this year. Almost 6,000 minutes in her career for the junior. Has been a starter since she came to Morgantown. Okay, the header in the air. Heredia Beltran played it back. And Lily McCarthy took a shot.
And a quick adjustment by Jordan Silkowitz to be able to play that with her feet.
And you see Valeron there shadowing the Iowa State keeper. Chloe Broughton. Pratt. Far side. On the run, Olivia Edwards, and the pass to her now as she runs down into the corner. And you see Heredia Beltran, the sophomore from Wichita, Kansas, a very valuable member, 3 career goals in this, her 30th game. As I said last Thursday, she scored what everybody thought was the first goal of the match, and it was a beauty curler up in the far corner of the net. But when they look back, they ended up calling a handball, and hence that what would have been a 1-0 lead was wiped out.
So another substitution in for the Cyclones, and I actually looked up the rule, and there was a change. We'll look at this offensive attack here with Lauren McConnell on the ball. So Lauren McConnell came in earlier for Salome Pratt and has re-entered the game. So an adjustment this last year, actually, you can have up to 11 substitutions. So you can have up to 11 substitutions during a game, and you can re-enter 1 time. So in this first half, and everything's done by first half and second half. So that's why we were able to see Pratt return as well as McConnell into the game.
So it looks like for Iowa State, Hannah Reed. No, McConnell played it in. Najira, bump from the back. Segala with Thomas on her. Sends it back to Brewster. Chloe Broughton got there first.
Nice touch on the move.
Broughton goes down. The ball rolls out. Iowa State. Olivia Edwards, Jr., has played mucho minutes for the Cyclones. In fact, she's gone 90 minutes the last 2 matches. Here's Rodriguez trying to slot it through to Heredia Beltran. It didn't get there. Here's Pratt.
Too many turnovers for the Cyclones.
Well, the Mountaineers have had some turnovers too. I mean, this one played through. Jada with a shot and a save.
Best opportunity so far for the Cyclones.
Well played, stole it, and made a great left-footed attempt. However, it was right at Massey. And now West Virginia is going to come immediately the other way. When Texas Tech scored the other this past Thursday, you know, the place really stood up and obviously cheered. In West Virginia, its goal came so soon after. Some of the Red Raider crowd was still cheering for the one that had been made on their behalf. So West Virginia's eminently dangerous. This one pushed out Rodriguez, playing it over to McCarthy. Thinks about it, puts it into the box.
And the ball kind of hangs in the air when going to the far side of the field based on the viewing angle here. And a lot of that is just due to the wind.
Heredia Beltran pushes that out, but it's going to be a corner, and that's why you saw Silkowicz lunging, trying to get that ball before it went. So this will be, I think, their second corner so far.
Several substitutions in for the Mountaineers.
And if you look at the flags where the ball is to be played on this corner, you can see how brisk. I'm not sure brisk does it.
It's pretty strong.
It is, and again, it's sustained.
I'm surprised they're not looking to play short in this possession.
Loza to play it in.
Really
Dangerous.
to just drop it right in the box.
Still bounding. And Broughton kicks it out, but look at what the wind just did to that ball.
Stopped right in the middle of the air.
Here's Pratt. She's got McConnell on the run. Jasmine to McConnell.
Needed to play that into space there for McConnell to run onto it, as you've got some speed up top with all of the offensive players for the Cyclones.
Well, you can't. That last clear gives you an idea of just what a wind we're facing here. Again, if you're watching ESPN Plus, it's kind of blowing right at you. But there is, as that one was very dangerous and had to be kicked out, and that's going to net a corner for West Virginia.
West Virginia is pushing all but one of their defenders into the offensive third, but also controlling that midfield. So looking to take advantage of the wind here.
Here it is again. Jada to her sister Jasmine. Played for Jada, sister to sister. She's still moving. Sent it to the box, and it got taken away. And
looking
now
to make a reconnection there.
West Virginia coming back. Loza.
Ran out of real estate. So Pratt out for the second time, so she'll not be able to re-enter into this half.
She's got a trainer talking to her as she went off. Earlier, she went down momentarily.
Magdalena Keck in for the Cyclones. Marina Suter-Dorig in for the Cyclones.
2 returnees from last year's team.
Both international students.
Suter-Dorig from Switzerland and Magdalena Keck from Austria. Keck with probably the heaviest boot on the team. McConnell will play this in to Steckelberg. And look out, here's Loza. Turns, leaves it. Taken away.
Nice steal by Herrera.
And look out here, the race is on. And over the crossbar.
Well defended by Chloe Broughton, staying on that ball, putting pressure. Here's the replay of it. So nice touch, looked to clear, was actually blocked, but was able to stay on and be able to take away that near post. So well done by Broughton.
Aria Bilal there, the sophomore. 2 starts this season. He's been playing about 32 minutes, on average. And now here comes West Virginia. Chloe Adler. The cross.
Looking
Emily
to make
Thompson
a connection.
got a foot on it.
Yeah, looking to make a connection right on the in line. And that's something that West Virginia has oftentimes been successful in doing, is attacking that in line and looking to find people that crash the box with numbers. And that's why they do have so many people in that offensive attack.
All right, Silkowitz. See what she does with into the teeth of this wind. It's blowing south-southeast. Pretty good boot. Headed in the air by Thomas. Reed. We're going to go westward here. Nikki Izzo Brown saying that this team was going to ride on the backs of these seniors.
A lot of seniors indeed. It's a very veteran-based team. 3 returning fifth-year seniors for the Mountaineers.
Oh, yeah, you Brewster and Segala. Silkowitz.
And there's an additional 7 seniors adding to the 3 fifth years. So you're looking at really a solid half of the amount of team that's going to be seeing minutes on the field as veterans.
Well, what we've seen so far are the Mountaineers getting the ball to the Iowa State goal, not being able to make much. There was one shot in particular that was a great save by Silkowitz, but Iowa State having some counterattacks off of that. Okay, Silkowitz sends this in. Headed, and West Virginia looks to attack.
And a touch out by Hannah Reed to diffuse some of that pressure.
Well, it was Bilal that was coming.
2 substitutions. Out for the Mountaineers, Emily Thompson. And in Chloe Adler. Mira Emma out for the Cyclones. And Fimka Pietersma. How do you say her last?
Pietersma.
Pietersma in for the Cyclones.
Okay, that's played back. This will be Brewster. Plays it forward. Loza was there. I just don't think she could make something out of it here. So Iowa State gets it back.
Yeah, she was being held down, so good call by the official.
And right back at it. West Virginia. Down into the corner.
Hannah Reed will diffuse any kind of cross, but give up a corner. So wind at the backs.
Well, Leah Sparasadio for West Virginia was down there. And here we go. Brewster got her foot on it.
There's a touch, a handball on the Mountaineers.
And I was wrong. That wasn't Brewster. That was Moreau there.
Here's the cross in. And just in that deflection there, Iowa State will gain possession.
Silkowitz puts it in play. Magdalena Keck came up with it. This one left. Keck puts it in. West Virginia has some trouble clearing it.
And a great opportunity by Marina Suter-Dorig, just off the bounds, looking to take a shot on goal. Good combination play there by Keck and Herrera.
Get another look at it here.
So Herrera not a good clear by the Mountaineers. And off the bounds, Marina Suter-Dorig, number 13 for the Cyclones, looking to capitalize just over the goal.
McConnell.
Nice give and go. McConnell on the run.
Plays it right in. Herrera.
Good opportunities. Nice touch there.
I think that's been the so far the best sustained offensive series sequence, if you will, of the match for Iowa State.
When those quick 1 and 2 touches are the only option of being able to get in behind the back line of the Mountaineers.
Chloe Broughton.
You have to create space, and with a 4-back as tight as they are,
Herrera.
it's difficult to find that through ball.
Bilal. And Herrera thought that Iowa State had it, but it's the Mountaineers.
Keep playing.
And Bilal plays it in. Iowa State, Suter-Dorig. Reed. That one was cut off. West Virginia. Bilal puts it in as kind of a, of a cross or a, I don't know if it was going to go to the 18.
I think looking to connect on that
Into
far
6.
post, actually.
Yeah.
Trying to get it right over Silkowitz, because knowing that it's going to hang in the air. And really a good job by Silkowitz covering that post. So good awareness of the goal.
Deep breath, and now the kick from Silkowitz. And here's West Virginia again. But now it's going to go west in Iowa State. Olivia Edwards kicks it back to Reed. Played through with no white jerseys. Here's McConnell. Trying to make the turn. Back to Reed. Reed again. Chloe Broughton, and she'll send it all back to Silkowitz.
Looking to stretch out the offense. Must come to the ball.
That one was picked off by Moreau, and she's going to get a nice cross in. maybe even more than that, as it is punched out by Silkowitz, and we'll get another corner.
Yeah, difficult to give up that kind of possession. Lots of space there in that offensive third, and a good take by Monroe.
She's a transfer from LSU, scored against St. Joseph's this year. Has gone 90 minutes 8 times coming in this season. And it's played in. Broughton got her head on it. Played down. Look out. It's one of those ping
you
situations.
Hate those in the box, and they're dangerous
Chaos,
too.
Very dangerous.
You're trying to clear it, and it's not going anywhere, whether it's wind or just a miss hit. And so many bodies in that box, it can be very dangerous.
All right, Silkowitz to play it. West Virginia's used a lot of players here in the first half. And this is McConnell. And she is taken off the ball. Immediately sent long.
Finding that space.
The chase is on, and Reed played it through for a goal kick.
Took away the option, forced West Virginia to make a play, and good effort there on the end line trying to save it from going out.
Silkowitz. Wynn got that one. Reed sent it through. Herrera was in the area but couldn't get there, and it will be an Iowa State throw-in. Battle the edge of the box. Here comes Moreau to Bilal. West Virginia, we got about 2 minutes to go here. Broughton. She'll just kick it out for a throw-in.
Monroe coming up for the shot.
This is, Moreau. She just threw it in. Bilal couldn't settle it down.
So Iowa State trying to just take a little bit of time here to reset, maintain that possession, weather the storm a little bit with this wind.
Steckelberg sent that through. Here's Bilal. Got cut off by Herrera.
Nice effort there by Herrera.
Magdalena Keck tried to get her foot on it, and instead it went to Loza. We're down to a minute. Keck plays it back.
Good possession by the Cyclones.
Suter-Dorig. McConnell. Not sure where that one was going.
Tough one to give up right there with so much possession in some quick, tight spaces.
Okay, down the far side. Sparacio. And it's a Cyclone throw in here. Played back, Steckelberg, under 10 seconds. And that will be the end. Collegiate coaching community, she is certainly one of those individuals that comes to mind immediately.
And very well respected.
And so we are underway here.
I don't think we'll see too much change, in the style of play. Both Iowa State and West Virginia looking to keep that ball on the ground with this wind, but also just two very possession-oriented teams.
Well, this one is played to Segala, but kicked out. Here's Pratt with it on the turn. Holds. Nice. Mira Emma chips it. And here is Pratt in the box. And now a shot, but it just dribbles. That was Jasmine.
Good pressure on the ball by West Virginia, taking away some of the momentum with that shot.
Okay, Moreau. Rudy Beltran. And now Moreau again. Far side. McCarthy. That one's just going to roll. Took a long time to get past the touchline there.
It did.
It's like a bunt in baseball that you're waiting to go foul, and it just never does. Pratt. The Mountaineers played forward, kicked it all the way back to Broughton. She plays it. Nice turn by Mira Emma. Here comes Iowa State. Tried to play it right through in the center where Jasmine was.
West Virginia holding their line very strong, looking to try to pull that offsides trap, and that's going to be something that Iowa State's going to need to be careful of in playing the ball earlier, because you just have to be on sides when the ball is played, and I think that can help expose the speed that Iowa State has at the top.
Broughton, her foray was headed back out. And this is Steckelberg. Najira. Broughton sent it ahead. And West Virginia is going to get a play out of this. Replay.
Both going for the ball, just a little bit late on Iowa State.
Look at the wind blow that ball back. A liner. And that had potential to be absolutely beautiful.
It is, but it was offsides.
Segala there got her head on it. Here's Najira.
Good use of space by Pratt.
And back to Silkowitz.
Looking to change
Reed.
the point of attack.
Pratt. That one's out.
And those are the kinds of turnovers that you really just can't afford in that defensive third.
Heredia Beltran was going to take it. Now it's going to be Moreau. Bounces it in.
Good read by
Najira
Thomas.
got there first, but the Mountaineers have it. And here is Rodriguez. Plays it across. She was looking for McCarthy. Mira Emma's going to be on this one here to Pratt. And Mira Emma to Jada. And Jada could get a good cross out of this. And she will get a corner. And we saw how West Virginia, with that wind, you know, I don't want to say it's absolutely blowing at their backs in the first half, but we'll see how Iowa State does on its corners. And it's going to be played in by Mira Emma. She played it to Reed. Broughton had the shot, and so did Thomas. Two good chances there for the Cyclones.
Yeah, and one of the things with the wind, too, I mean, it's definitely going to carry high on this. So being able to stay over the ball on those shots is going to be critical as Iowa State adjusts to having the wind more at their backs than they did in the first half.
All right, Moreau's going to throw it in here. Heredia Beltran comes up. She was looking for Rodriguez. So now West Virginia back on it. Moreau, Robinson. Left was looking for Rodriguez, and now Jada sends it. Didn't get there. Kicked out, but picked off by Steckelberg. So it is played to her, the Ames native. On the turn, here's Mira Emma.
Good composure.
That one was kicked in. The race is on for a corner. And Iowa State does net a corner kick.
Nicely done by Mira Emma, just getting there to protect that corner.
Immediately played. Reed was trying to get it set up and didn't pull the trigger immediately, but the play produced the opportunity that they were looking for. So it'll be Brewster to play it. Just send it back to Massey. Moreau. And this is Pratt. Tries to make the turn. Admirably defended that time by Maya McCutcheon, the OU transfer. And now the counter for the Mountaineers.
That was a great battle defensively.
Valeron. Reed. Broughton. Najira. Forward. And here was a ball that was played admirably down, had good intentions. Olivia Edwards looking for Jasmine.
Good effort by Steckelberg.
Okay, Moreau's going to play it in immediately. Wait a minute, and the referee stops everything here.
So Gabrielle Robinson had caught that ball in the face, I think, a couple plays ago, and just the referee checking to make sure that there's no blood.
Rodriguez surrounded that time. This one is going to have to be played back by Robinson to Massey. And now she'll take another shot at it.
Good read by Jada Colbert.
And Moreau will throw it in. Thomas, Edwards. Robinson sends it long. Rodriguez was watching that come in, but it got to Silkowitz far too soon.
Lots of West Virginia players there. I'm not sure you want to go short in that option.
Moreau puts it in. It'll be West Virginia again with Moreau. That one was quickly played by Reed. But again, Moreau. This one very tricky with that wind. Sagala.
And also had really good bend on that ball.
He sure did.
I think it really just dropped, kind of lost some speed there.
Heredia Beltran now.
You're not supposed to have, the whole reason why you've got that little semicircle there, that's where the ball goes. I'm surprised that they're allowing them to play on the inline.
We'll do it again. Mira Emma cleared that one out. It'll be a throw-in. McCarthy. The battle on. Brewster down there. Down goes Mira Emma, and Iowa State is going to get that ball.
So 10 yards.
Kicked across the field to Pratt, who angled it forward. Down she goes. Rodriguez looking and finds Sparacio down the far side. Broughton has to kick it out. Good sequence for the Mountaineers.
West Virginia certainly aggressive in the attack. Still looking to get in line.
That was Pratt. But this one is kicked across.
Kind of
really too tough of an angle that time. Probably to be a score.
When Silkowitz was evaluating whether she was going to come out on it, but I think because of how it bent outside, it was just too far with West Virginia there, connecting well on the end of it.
Well, that was Heredia Beltran. Has impressive skills, was on the Big 12 all-freshman team. A year ago, 29 games, 29 starts, 3 goals, 5 assists. In the air, and you can see what the wind does there with those high balls. Mira Emma, and now on the turn. Through ball by Suter Dorig, didn't make it. And so here come the Mountaineers. Played long, good ball. In the air, who's going to get to it first? And
both were on the ball.
Spill. And now you're talking about a prime chance for West Virginia.
Definitely the best position. So Chloe Broughton both on the ball. I don't know if it was the touch afterwards that the official was looking at, but really both on the ball. So moving the line back 10 yards from the point of the foul. The wall is setting up to try to minimize the goal, help cover the goal with the goalkeeper. It's a direct play, meaning that the ball can go in the net without touching anybody, versus an indirect.
Punched in, didn't get through the wall. The second one didn't either, and now Iowa State comes out on the counterattack. Slotted through. Jada to Jasmine. They go down. And I think the referee is going to say it's going to go for West Virginia the other way.
Beautiful through ball.
Again, that one is that clear that time by Brewster, who took that initial kick at the goal there moments ago. There aren't many people in the country I'd rather have take a kick like that than Jordan Brewster. That one bounded through. Brewster sends it long for McCarthy. Pressure from Emma. That one is picked off.
Good read by Edwards.
Olivia Edwards that time, but it ends up being back with the Mountaineers here. Robinson had it. West Virginia looks to play it forward.
Good pressure again on the ball by the Cyclones.
Thomas plays it back. Here's a battle. Thomas dispossessed. But now, Jasmine. Jade is on the run.
Needs to play it through earlier.
Well, here's Lauren McConnell with the healthy defense from Segala for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Mira Emma was
admirable job there.
Mira Emma was on that line waiting for Jasmine Colbert to play it through, but West Virginia holding that line tight to pull an offsides trap. So one of the things that Cyclones need to pull earlier is that pass through ball so that it's onsides while the ball is in possession.
Robinson, Moreau on the tour. That's Valeron. She goes down. And will it be Brewster to come up and take this? Yes, it will. This one's a little further out.
About 10 yards farther. So you don't set up a wall the same way.
Here she goes. Plays it in.
Looking to play off that second ball. West Virginia's there to collect it.
Down in the corner, the battle between McCutcheon and Mira Emma, and it'll be a throw-in. McCutcheon, this is her 66th collegiate game, as we said, transfer from WVU. She had the strike back goal. Texas Tech, the one that came literally seconds after Texas Tech had scored.
Magdalena Kecken for the Cyclones. Jada Colbert out.
McCarthy, Rodriguez, played through. McCutcheon sends it down in the corner. And that's a goal. Kind of a strange sequence.
It is. I'm not sure really who it ricocheted off of, but there was no actual shot.
Well, let's take a look.
Cross in the box. Just went right through.
They're still looking at it. And they're going to give that goal to Lauren Segala for West Virginia. And that makes it a 1-0 contest. And for Segala, that is her 17th career goal for the All Big 12 performer.
And Iowa State will need to respond.
This one's out. It's Iowa State ball. McConnell.
Lauren Hernandez in for the Cyclones.
You know, that was just
out.
one of those chaos situations in front of the goal.
When there was pressure right on the goalkeeper.
Mira Emma back to McConnell. Chip forward. Keck is over there. It's kicked out. McConnell will play it in. We'll do it again. Rodriguez. Through ball. Valerand. Doesn't get all the way through that time. And Iowa State will get a throw in.
Kind of a missed touch for the Cyclones.
Hernandez there. So it's going to be Leslie to play it in.
So that foul will be on Mira Emma. No, excuse me. Hannah Reed. There's been a lot more contact than that.
Well, here's Brewster.
So two-person wall looking to take away that near post option.
And that one's going to sail, but it's still playable, and it's in the box. The header is saved by Silkowitz.
At point-blank range.
Again, McCutcheon. And West Virginia will have a throw in, but they aren't going to have a goal on that one as Leslie plays it in. The other way. Keck. Sent over. Played in. Jasmine trying to get there. She does, but Brewster knows what to do with it, and she did it. So McConnell will play it in. So in comes Pratt. And Jasmine Colbert will come out. Pratt, a goal scorer against Omaha.
Good deflection.
Thomas battling Rodriguez. Gets it. Here is McConnell. Steps it in. And a nice pass by Mira Emma. Suter Dorig played it through. Magdalena Keck has it. Puts it into the box. And the shot by Edwards. Iowa State thought they had a corner.
Good effort there by the Cyclones in that offensive third. Here's the replay of it. Well battled there with Magdalena Keck getting a cross off deflected out. Edwards with a shot, and it deflects outside of the goal. Femke Petersma in for Mira Emma. You don't see Mira Emma leave the pitch very often.
No, you don't. I mean, the reason or the sign that she isn't come out much, she's got over 4,400 career minutes. Number 32, Mira Emma. Here's the battle. Suter Dorig comes out with it, digs it out. Plays it over to Broughton, but it is picked off. And here comes West Virginia on the run. Scott. And a save by Jordan Silkowitz.
And a strong shot by Mountaineers.
No doubt about it.
Those are the kinds of balls that you really cannot afford to give up. Well placed, well defended by Jordan Silkowitz.
So it's going to be a corner. And it looks like McCarthy is going to play it in. The junior from Baltimore. Has a goal and an assist this season for West Virginia. And here we go. It curls. Headed out. But McCarthy again plays it in. And that time Valeron got a foot on it. It's still pinging in the box and now played out. Now this is Brewster. Sent back. Heredia Beltran. Working on McConnell. Left footer into the box. And that is a highlight reel goal.
That is a beautiful goal. Nice deflection. Well placed with the head off of a cross.
So Lauren Segala plays it in. You see her on the ground there.
So McConnell with the ball, picked off. Lauren Hernandez, nice touch through, but Mountaineers clear it. Mountaineers gaining some momentum here, looking to take that space. Well defended by Broughton.
And here's Iowa State.
Through ball for Pratt to run onto.
Pratt with Brewster chasing her down. And again.
Didn't necessarily see the speed that we know Pratt has in that case.
No, but we saw the determination of Brewster there. That is a brace now for Lauren Segala, the senior. Those are her first two goals of this season. She now has 18 for her career. And credit Dillery Heredia Beltran with a pair of assists on those goals, and she now has 4 on the season. All right. Off and running again.
Brewster giving it a quick deflection there at the end line, turning it into a throw-in for Iowa State. And a couple substitutions in for the Cyclones. Keck out. Marina Suter-Dorig out. Jasmine and Jada Colbert back in.
And now on the turn, Adler Here's Broughton. Rodriguez cut that off. And here's Heredia Beltran, challenged by McConnell, still working with it. Reed got her foot on it, kind of broke it up. Played back by Najira to Silkowitz. McCutcheon down in the corner. And, an admirable slide there.
Yeah, you take away the cross, but you give up a corner.
Yes.
Arya Bilal for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Hernandez with that slide there.
And replacing Annika Leslie.
And here's McCarthy. Referee's going to have a talk to both Reed and McCutcheon. McCarthy to play it in. Another curler pings into the box. Reed got her foot on it. And West Virginia keeps it in. Moreau on the corner has to be kicked out. And West Virginia has turned up the boost.
Yes, they have.
Okay. Iowa State. And now West Virginia. Slotted through on the turn. Adler. Through ball.
And that's Jada Colbert coming back all the way from an offensive position. Chloe Broughton bringing the ball up as center back. Definitely looking to make that connection. Getting forward with purpose.
Thomas sends it over.
Switching the point of attack.
To McConnell. Iowa State's number 9 to Jasmine. She goes down.
And no call
Well,
on the play. I mean, you just got to be consistent. You're going to make the calls, you're going to make the calls. So Iowa State will gain a corner out of this.
Mira Emma back in.
Yep.
Herrera, as it
He's calling
darted
offsides.
yeah,
Maybe
flag
we can
was
see
up.
a replay. There was somebody on the post. Here's the replay of it. So the post steps up, and there she is offsides.
Yeah, as the shot went off Brewster. Reed. Aria Bilal there for West Virginia, but now McConnell plays it in to Petersma.
Saves
Played
it.
down by Mira Emma. Jada gives chase in the corner. And it will be a goal kick for West Virginia.
taking their time with a 2-0 lead.
West Virginia, the challenge by Jasmine, gets it to Pratt. Pratt turns, a header by Mira Emma, and Massey has to make the save.
Good cross by Pratt and well placed by Emma with good strength on it, just right in the middle. Easy for Massey to make that save, but still good connection.
Bilal sends it back. Leslie. This is McConnell for Iowa State. Petersma pops it back to Reed. Steckelberg sandwiched, but here's Petersma.
Edwards wide on the side, or Najira open on the far side
Reed
for
sent
the
that
Cyclones.
through, but well past Emma. Scott sends it to the far side. And here comes Iowa State. Pratt. Ooh, Bilal thought she could pick that off, but it got through, and here's McConnell. Bilal comes back, and this time dispossesses the Cyclone. But it will be ISU throwing on the touch.
Yeah, turns it over right on the line, on the sideline. Couple substitutions in for the Cyclones. Edwards back in. Claudia Najira out. Annika Leslie out for the Mountaineers.
That time, McCutcheon on the back of Mira Emma. And Silkowitz will come forward to take this one. Silkowitz. Headed by Brewster. Out. Petersma, though, got her foot on it. And she's battling against Loza. And it will be West Virginia ball.
Just under 8 minutes to go.
Sent long. Edwards got her foot on it. Coming this way. Jada.
Good fight, good battle.
Mira Emma, through ball. Flag is up.
It's a tight line, pulling an offsides trap. That's why that ball needs to go through earlier.
Brewster. That one's going out. Excuse me. McConnell. Mira Emma. McConnell, good job to get it back. And then Broughton sends it forward.
That's the through ball, and you just got to be on the run. That's the right pass because you can catch the defense. And that's where you just got to go offensively.
Cyclones to play it in.
You can see the speed, not just that the turf also adds speed to the ball. This is a synthetic turf at Iowa State. But in addition with that wind.
Eva, Jasmine, played through and she goes down. She, being Mira Emma,
and it's a call on the Cyclones.
You can draw your own conclusions.
I have no idea. I have no idea how that's against Iowa State.
Brewster. Broughton. And then
handball.
Yeah, on Steckelberg. Brewster. Played forward, but West Virginia plays it. This one bounds off and past McConnell.
You know, I think Iowa State did take West Virginia off guard, certainly took them out of their game early on, not able to weather some of the pressure offensively that West Virginia came into the second half with.
Angst. Bilal. Shot through. Good job by Jada. And now she's on the run. She's got Brewster back there. She crossed it in, but it's kicked out.
And that's the through ball that you're looking for into that space.
Brewster clears. Here's Edwards. Jada.
So Iowa State will bring Jordan Silkowitz up to take this kick to get as many people into the box as possible.
This one goes right in, and Massey will just grab it with two hands. Reed. And down goes McConnell.
That's the second one on a late hit right there.
Sent forward, but it bounds to Massey.
Sends that ball out. Iowa State will take a throw in.
Petersma on the turn. Still has it. Played it through. And that time, Jasmine coming on. Massey has to dive and grab the ball.
And that's where she's quick off her line. Massey does a good job of being able, that's where her athleticism, this is probably the most dangerous opportunity Iowa State has had here in that second half. Substitution for the Mountaineers. The clock will stop on this.
Pratt. Under a minute to go here. And Iowa State plays it in. Pratt. Edwards. Brewster will play it to Robinson. Down in the far corner goes down with Rhea Kajowski. And the final seconds here are going to tick away. And that is going to be it. West Virginia is in the win